Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another show with the Croatian team hosted by Dr. Uche Lin Okpala. My name is Jelena Kovacevic. If I can just get a confirmation whether I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Today is a big day for all of us educators. We are celebrating International Literacy Day. We are happy to be able to welcome you. Today, we are going to host a Kahoot quiz for all our participants. And after that, my beautiful colleagues, members of the Croatian team, are going to deliver their speeches on the topic of literacy. I believe Dr. Uche has posted the link for the Kahoot registration. So as we are waiting for you, dear participants, to register for our game, our quiz based on literacy, please allow me to introduce myself and today's speakers. Dr. Uche, if you are able, if you can introduce yourself or welcome our guests, and then my team will continue. Dr. Uche has problems with the network. So I will give the floor to our country president, Dr. Vedrana Šarec, to briefly introduce herself, to tell us who she is, where she comes from, and what she teaches. In the meantime, welcome all once again, and please register for our Kahoot quiz, which is the first on the program today. Vedrana, let me just put you in the spot. Not me, but Vedrana, sorry.
Okay, thank you, dear. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning to all. My name is Vedrana Šarec. I'm from Croatia. I'm an economics teacher in secondary school in Županja. And what I can say, I'm a professor mentor of economics. And now, thank you.
Thank you, Vedran. I think we had some problems with the connection or with the video. We were unable to see you, unfortunately. I hope you can manage and reload the page and get back to us. Thank you so much, Vedrana. I will call upon the next speaker, Sanja, my colleague Sanja. Welcome, Sanja. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Hello, Jelena. Hello, Dr. Uche. Thank you, Dr. Uche, for this invitation. It's always a great pleasure to be a part of this event, and it's a pleasure to be a part of Croatian team. My name is Sanja Zrilic. I teach at Secondary School of Economics, Vukovar. I teach vocational skills such as bookkeeping, accounting, and sustainable development. In 2020, I was promoted to teacher advisor, and I was awarded with many national and international awards. My topic today will be financial literacy.
Thank you so much, dear Sanja. We're looking forward to that. I would like to call upon Dr. Maria Gaurina.
Thank you, Jelena. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all that you are listening. My name is Maria Gaurina, and I am professor of physics and computer sciences in Croatia. I teach in secondary school, and I'm also PhD student on University of Split, meaning physics and educational physics. So topic of my presentation, of my speech today is scientific literacy. Thank you, Jelena.
Thank you so much, dear Maria. Thank you so much. The next in line is my colleague Ivana Ljevnaic. Ivana, let me call upon you. Can you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself briefly?
Can you hear me? You hear
We can hear you now.
Hello to everyone. My name is Ivana Ljevnajic, and I'm a physics teacher in elementary school in Ivakovo. Today I'm going to talk about technology literacy, and that's it for now from me.
Thank you so much, Ivana. Today we have a guest, Mrs. Matilda from Macedonia. Matilda Bajkova comes from North Macedonia. Welcome. Would you kindly introduce yourself briefly?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Professor Matilda Bajkova from North Macedonia. I'm Professor of Macedonian Literature and Language. I say hi from Sokobanja because today we have a national celebration of our autonomy of Macedonia. We have a free day. Because of that, I traveled with my family to Sokobanja. Nice to meet you, everybody.
Nice to meet you too, Matilda, and we are happy that you are here with us.
Thank you.
Okay, finally, my name is Jelena Kovačević. I'm an English teacher at a secondary school in Požega, Croatia. I teach English, and today I will be talking about media literacy, and I will also be hosting the Kahoot quiz. I hope you have registered for it. Let me just check the sheet. Unless you register, you will not be able to receive the participation certificate. So that is the reason why we want you to register for the quiz.
I didn't see in my screen because of that I'm not in the Kahoot quiz.
Don't worry about. Okay. It has been posted in StreamYard as well. I posted it. I can post it once again.
Thank you. I don't see it. Yes, now.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So far, it seems like we have got 17 registered players.
Mm-hmm.
As we are waiting, I would like you to send us a message here. Drop us a note, drop us a comment saying where you are coming from, where you are tuning in, where you are watching and listening to us. Let me just take a look at the few of your comments. Hello to people from Georgia. Hello to colleagues from Bangladesh, from Nigeria, from Pakistan. There are people from North Macedonia tuning in, from Libya, Syria. Oh, we are so excited that you are here. Philippines. Oh, it's already nearly midnight in the Philippines. Okay, there are 24 registered players. Dr. Uche, if you can hear me, just give me a nod when you want me to start the quiz. Hello to people from Tunisia. Okay, I do not want to waste your time. I will try to start the quiz. Just a moment. There are so many buttons to press here. Okay, I need to start presenting. I need to start sharing my screen. You will notify me if it's working. Ladies, if you can just confirm, because I cannot see anything but my quiz now.
It's okay, Elena. It's
I
visible.
hear you. Good, thank you. Okay, I can only hear you. So, dear guests, dear participants, dear colleagues, teachers, educators, please type in www.kahoot.it. Use the game pin generated. It is 237433, or simply scan the QR code and you are in the game. Just make sure that your nickname is the same as the one that you typed in the registration form, so that we can match your name and surname to your nick. Nine players. There are a lot more people have registered for the game, so please join us. Join us for this Kahoot game on the topic of literacy. Ten people are in the game. The quiz consists of 10 questions on the topic of literacy. As I have mentioned, as today we are celebrating the International Literacy Day. Today, my colleagues and I will be talking about different kinds of literacy, and some of the answers or some of the things from our today's lectures will be in the quiz. Okay. Maybe we'll wait 2 more minutes and then we'll start the game. Fifteen people have joined us for the quiz. Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to share the knowledge? Join us. Ladies, what do you think? Shall we start the quiz now? People are still joining in. There are 17 people now. I'm about to start the quiz in in 10 seconds. So if you're still thinking about joining us, please do so. As the game is about to start now. Okay, first question. International Literacy Day is celebrated on the 6th of September, the 7th of September, the 8th of September, and the 9th of September. I'm reading the answers from the left top corner to the right bottom corner in case you do not see the screen well. Okay, today is the day, the 8th of December, and 4 people knew the correct answer. Congrats. Second question. International Literacy Day was founded by proclamation of UNESCO in 1982, 1954, 1966, or 1971, from red, yellow, blue, and green. The correct answer is 1966. That was the year when International Literacy Day was founded. Okay, the situation on the scoreboard is changing. We have come to question number 3. What is basic literacy? The ability to think critically, the ability to read and write, understanding your rights and responsibilities as a citizen, or understanding of scientific concepts. We are looking for the definition for basic literacy. The correct answer is the ability to read and write. Yellow answer was the correct one. Okay. Question 4. The ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills is media literacy, technological literacy, scientific literacy, or financial literacy. Financial is the correct one, of course. Financial skills are taught by financial literacy, or that is an example of financial literacy. All right. Question 5, and this is half of the quiz. The 5 principles of financial literacy are earning, saving and investing, borrowing and managing your debt, and then communicating with doctors, using idiomatic expressions effectively, identifying one's own feelings critically using technology, spending and planning, protecting your assets, or interpreting scientific facts, interacting with co-workers. The correct answer is the blue one. I hope you're not having problems with the network or that the picture is not lagging here. The blue answer was the correct answer here. Question 6. The rule of splitting your after-tax income into 3 categories is called 50-30-20 rule, 20-50-30 rule, 30-30-30 rule, or 10-10-10 rule. This sounds like financial literacy. My colleague Sanya will tell us more about it. Yes, a lot of you actually knew the correct answer. Congrats, well done. So you must be very financially literate then. Question 7. The test to check the objective reliability of information sources is called the IFLA test, the CRAB test, the TOEFL test, or the FAKE test. to check the objective reliability of information sources. The correct answer was the CRAP test, not the crap, but the CRAP test. Yes, today we are going to talk about it later on, as it belongs to the area of media literacy. Kathy knew that one. Well done. Question 8. The CRAP is an acronym for confidence, responsibility, availability, adjustment, and plausibility, crowdsourcing, reinforcement, accreditation, accuracy, and persistence, currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose, or compassion, reassurance, amusement, adornment, and politeness. The correct answer is currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. Okay. Question 9. Technology literacy includes knowledge of hardware, software, digital security, critical thinking about information, and confidence to make responsible financial decisions, effective use of the legal system, successful interaction with peers, or creative use of digital tools. We are talking about technological literacy. One answer is correct, and that is the green answer, creative use of digital tools. Okay, good. And the last question for you is, technological literacy is or is not crucial for modernizing the educational system? There are only two answers to choose from. Is or is not crucial for modernizing the educational system? Technological literacy. What do you think? I'm sure you know the correct answer. It is. It is. Absolutely, it is. Okay, let's see how well you did. Congrats to Tilly on the 3rd position. MG got the 2nd spot. And our Sarah, number 1 participant, was the best at this quiz. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for playing with us. I hope you learned something. I hope you were able to reinforce some of your knowledge. And this quiz was a good opportunity to, just a second, let me just switch it off so I don't have music in the background. This was a nice opportunity to revise our knowledge on literacy. Okay. If I can see some of your colleagues, some of your comments. Did you enjoy today's quiz? How was it? Were you able to play it? Somebody could only click on answers. Okay.
Yes, I'm on the 3rd place and I'm very happy.
Congrats.
Yes, I signed myself as a Tilly because at home we use that name for me.
All right, very good.
Yes.
Nice.
I hope that maybe if there are any questions about Slavic literacy, will be much more thing from our colleagues from the Balkans. They used to know already that, but it's okay. I'm very happy because I don't know too much about financial literacy, but today I know that I'm involved in that.
Yes.
Because of Vedrana, I don't know.
Yes.
Well done, Tilly. First of all, thank you for joining our team today. Thank you for playing. Congrats on your 3rd position in the quiz. And we are also very excited about hearing something about Slavic literacy.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Maybe is you can realize that you know almost everything about it, because Croatia language is also in our group of languages.
Belongs to that group.
Yes. And because of that, we are on the Balkans, and happy, and I'm happy to to know that Macedonians are only ones that can speak and talk Croatian, Serbian, Slovenian, and also Montenegrians, Bosnians, because we are in the same region.
That's correct. That's correct. Okay. I believe Dr. Vedrana, our president, is our first speaker for the day.
Please,
So-
without doctor.
Without doctor.
I'm not a-
Vedrana, welcome, Vedrana. We are all doctors here, aren't we? Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Vedrana, let me just put a spot on you
Okay.
and the floor, not on myself, but on you. And the floor is yours. You are still frozen to me. Can the other
Is it visible?
Can the other participants see Vedrana better than I can?
Can you see me and hear me?
Not really. Sanya, can you see Vedrana?
No, it's frozen.
It's frozen, yes. Vedrana, try sharing your slides.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I will put it onto stage
Okay,
now. I
it's
think we
okay
can
now.
see it now.
I will.
Perfect, Vedrana. I will mute myself and the floor is all yours. Well, good luck.
Thank you, dear. Hello, everyone. Once again, I am Vedrana Šarec from Croatia, and my topic today is financial literacy. Before we begin, financial literacy empowers you to be in control of your financial well-being and build a secure future. The 5 principles of financial literacy enable you to use, sorry, I have a problem, okay, to use money wisely, make informed decisions about your finances, create budgets, manage debt, and plan your financial future. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is the knowledge of budgeting, saving, and investing, enabling individuals to make informed decisions about their personal finances. Okay. First, financial literacy is the ability to make wise decisions with your money. The 5 principles of financial literacy are earning, saving, borrowing, spending, and protecting assets. Financial literacy helps you make better financial decisions and improves overall financial well-being. Financial literacy skills include finding, understanding, and using resources for informed decision making. Developing financial literacy skills promotes financial self-sufficiency and stability. Why is financial literacy important? Financial literacy is important because it empowers you to make informed and responsible financial decisions. It helps you understand concepts like budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. It allows you to make better decisions through problem solving, critical thinking, and having a grasp of essential facts and the concepts related to basic personal finance. Building your financial literacy helps you create a secure future, avoid financial pitfalls, and achieve your financial goals. The 5 principles of financial literacy. There are 5 principles of financial literacy: earning, saving and investing, borrowing and managing your debt, spending and planning, and protecting your assets. These principles of financial literacy serve as a roadmap for good money management and are the establishment for a solid financial foundation. Learning about them and putting them into practice can improve your financial situation now and in the future. Earn. Your income is the foundation of your personal finances. It is the basis for your lifestyle and your financial future. Implementing the principle. Learn to live within your means and pay for your lifestyle without excessive debt. Manage your income and the workplace benefits. Find ways to put aside portions of your income for the future and set up automatic retirement plan contributions so you won't be tempted to skip a contribution toward your retirement. Saving and investing. Creating a budget will help you put aside money for savings and investments. This allows you to grow your wealth and can empower you to make major financial plans, such as buying a house or paying for retirement. Implementing the principle. Monitor where your money is going each month. Cut out option expenses for things you can live without put the money into savings or investments such as an ARA, investments fund, or annuity for retirement. Create separate categories or buckets in which you can set money aside for specific goals, from holiday presents to vacation to home purchase to retirement. After that, go to borrowing and debt management. Borrowing wisely will allow you to make major purchases while building your credit. This can help you to pay for a home, car, or a college education, but avoid excessive debt that can eat into your ability to save and invest in the future. Implementing the principle. Carefully weigh major loans to determine if you can afford them. Make sure you live within your means. Review and compare interest rates before applying for a loan. Keep debt to a minimum and easily manageable within your budget. Pay your bills on time and make more than the minimum payment, and monitor your credit score. Spending and planning. When you get your paycheck, consider following the 50-30-20 budget or the 80-20 strategy. Following the 50-30-20 budget means putting 50% of toward needs, 30% toward wants, and the remaining 20% towards savings and investments. And this is one of several personal finance strategies that can help you keep your spending on track. With the 80-20 budget, you pay yourself first by setting aside 20% for savings, then using the remaining 80% for both fixed and variable expenses. Implementing the principle. Shop for the best value when making purchases. When making a large purchase, consider whether it is a need or a want, and consider whether buying it is within your means. Consider paying yourself first by making it a habit to set money for saving aside before anything else to shape and drive your budget. And Protecting. You will need to protect your financial assets, saving, investments, and your budget. This can take the form of an emergency fund and insurance. Implementing the principle, create an emergency fund, enough money to pay for 3 to 6 months to expenses. Determine with your spouse or partner what constitutes an emergency and only dip into the fund for those situations. Purchase in insurance to cover risk to yourself and your belongings. Consider homeowners of renters insurance, health insurance, car insurance, disability insurance, and life insurance. How to create a budget? A budget is a plan for spending your money each month. Creating a budget will help make you don't run out of money before the month is up. You can also use it to save money to pay for long-term goals. Begin creating your budget by making a list of your monthly expenses. Expenses can include clothes, food, gas and transportation, school supplies, rent, and other bills that are the same each month. Utilize and other bills that are different each month, and others. Sorry. Okay, I have a problem with my mouse. Now, figure out your income, write down how much money you make every month, include all forms of money like paychecks, tips, side jobs, or child support. Finally, subtract your expenses from your total income. If the number is less than 0, you are spending more than you make. You will need to look for places to cut back your expenses or find a way to make more money. If you get a number greater than 0, this is money you can budget each month toward savings or same other financial goal. Using your budget, you can use your budget to make a plan at the beginning of each month on how you will spend the money you earn. Keep track of your spending by writing down everything you spend each day, or keep track using an app. At the end of the month, you can see where your money went. This can help you adjust your spending. You may discover expenses that you can cut back on or eliminate. Use this knowledge to adjust your next month's budget. If you do this every month, you will eventually fine-tune your spending and saving to make it more manageable and efficient, and it can help you start saving more. I think that I'm in the end. Thank you for your attention. Jelena,
Thank you so much, Vedrana. Thank you so much. Vedrana is one of our 2 experts on financial literacy in this meeting today. Before we start on to the next speaker, I would just like to highlight some of your feedback, some of your comments, dear attendees. So thank you for sharing your thoughts, your knowledge. Thank you for joining in, for commenting. This is a comment from Georgia. Here is another one. Happy International Literacy Day to our dear colleagues. and I have to privatize this event just a tiny little bit and say hello to my dear friend Soom from Côte d'Ivoire. Hello, Soom. So happy that you joined us for the first time here today. Okay, our next topic is our next speaker is my colleague Maria, who is a scientist, and she will give us a totally different aspect. She will talk about a totally different aspect of literacy. So, Maria, if you are ready, unmute your mic and start sharing your presentation. We are anxious to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Jelena. And I think I will not disappoint you when I say that I will not share my screen, because I have some technical issues. I think that we all have it, and I see that connection is a little bit tricky. So I will speak like this because I think that it is very important to represent scientific literacy, eyes to eyes. I don't know why, but today I don't have presentation. I will speak.
That's all right, Maria. That's all right.
I will speak
Just go ahead.
all the same way. Thank you, Jelena. The same way that I speak with my students in my classroom and also with my colleagues on university. So I think that I will navigate you through the world of knowledge. So I can say that scientific literacy is navigating us through the world of knowledge. And I think it is a fundamental skill that empowers individuals to understand, evaluate, and engage with the world through the lenses of science. And this is very important because we are preparing our students for 21st skills. And I think that science is, with the rapid evolution of technology, is very important. So I need to say that I will present exploration. And I will explore the concept of scientific literacy, its significance, and how it benefits individuals and society in a whole. So I will divide this speech in 5 steps. I will say to you what is scientific literacy. I will say why the scientific literacy is very important. I will say also what are the benefits of scientific literacy, and how can you foster scientific literacy, and at the end, what are the challenges of the scientific literacy. And I think that this is a good concept to speak with you. And I think that you can find some interesting topics in these 5 steps that I will go through. So if you want to define scientific literacy, I can tell that it refers to the ability to comprehend, evaluate, and communicate scientific information, concepts, and principles. And it encompasses a wide range of skills, from basic knowledge of scientific facts to critical thinking, problem solving, and the ability to assess the reliability of sources. So this is what scientific literacy is. Why it is important? It is important because it informs us and teaches us how to make decisions, and we can address misinformations. This is very important if you are scientist, and it is also important if you are not scientist. If you are ordinary student or teacher, it is very important to address misinformation. So if you speak about decision making, scientific literacy equips individuals to make informed decisions in various aspects, from life, I don't know, basic basic life, from healthcare choices to environmental concerns. Everything is very important. And if you speak about misinformation, it helps individuals to recognize and combat misinformations and promote evidence-based thinking. So if you can't, if you don't have evidence, it could be missing, you could be misinformed. So this is why scientific literacy is very important. What are the benefits of scientific literacy? It improves critical thinking, and you all know, you are teachers, you know what is scientific literacy, what is critical thinking. And I think that you are trying to foster critical thinking. After that, it gives you career opportunities that maybe you can't have or you cannot reach if you are not scientific literal. And also it improves personal empowerment, and you can be an active citizen. And this is also very important. You can take a part in webinars, different speeches. You can understand scientific community, and that is very, very important. How can you foster scientific literacy? Through education. And I think that schools are playing a critical role in promoting scientific literacy through STEM curriculum and hands-on learning. You can foster it through lifelong learning, encourage, learning through books, documentaries, podcasts, and online courses like this, webinars. And you can foster it by critical media consumption, teach individual to critically assess scientific informations in media and in other sources. What are the challenges of scientific literacy? I think we are connected through technology, and I think that the biggest challenge of scientific literacy is misinformation that we spoke about previous. The spread of false and misleading information can be hinder scientific literacy efforts. So I think that this is very, very important. We need to know what is misinformation, and we need to be scientific literal to find out and to reorganize informations. Okay, this is misinformation and this is good information. Okay, scientific literacy also has a challenge in lack of access. Socioeconomic differences can limit access to quality education and efforts of individuals. So this is one big challenge of scientific literacy, and also technological overload. The digital age brings good things and bad things. And in bad things, digital age brings an abundance of informations, making it challenge to discern credibility sources, and you need to know from which source you got the information. So this is one great challenge of scientific literacy. And I could say, in conclusion for the speech, scientific literacy empowers us to make informed decisions, combat misinformation, and actively engage in shaping the future. I can say, if we are scientifically literate, we can shape the future. And we need to learn our students to do this. They need to shape the future. So I think that the most important thing is to connect literacy of this kind of, like scientific literacy, and of course, technology and education. Thank you all. I think that I have said everything in this short presentation or speech, rather speech. So if you have any questions or comments about scientific literacy, please put it in the chat, write it down, and my friend and colleague Jelena will read it, and I will try to answer it. Thank you, Jelena, and good luck to my colleagues which are next in the speech.
Thank you so much. Congrats. Congrats, Maria. Thank you for sharing your valuable scientific insights with us. Here are some of the comments that you received from our audience. Great and informative session. People, thank you for your great effort. Here is from our president. She is commending you. This is in some script which I cannot read, but I'm sure people from Georgia will be able to respond to that.
We are not so scientific literal.
Scientifically literal.
But it will be okay. Maybe Dr. Uche can translate it.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for your support and love. Thank you so much. Okay, Maria, I believe our next speaker is our guest speaker today, Mrs. Matilda from North Macedonia. She will present a totally different aspect of literacy to us today. She will be speaking on the topic of Slavic literacy. Did I say that right, Matilda? Matilda, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, I mute myself. I will speak about Slavic literacy, but I want to share with you some presentation of my students.
Okay.
Because we teach and we learn about this topic, the Slavic literacy, a lot last year with them.
Okay, so Matilda, you just present here. Okay, I will put it on stage. As you are doing that, we've got one question for our last speaker, for Maria. So let me just, pinpoint the question for Maria. How can scientific literacy be beneficial to an English language teacher? Maria, are you still with us to answer this question?
I'm not sure that I'm sharing the presentation. I will stop and I will try again.
Okay. Maria, are you with us, Maria? This is a question for you. How can scientific literacy...
Sorry. Yes, I'm here. I am multitasking now.
Yes,
and I will. Can you please once more read it for me?
Of course,
I can. If something is about English teacher.
It's pinpoint on our screen. How can scientific literacy be beneficial to an English language teacher?
Okay. I think that scientific literacy can be highly beneficial for English teachers in several ways. English teachers are primarily focused on language and literature. Incorporating elements of scientific literacy into their teaching can enhance their effectiveness and broaden the horizons of their students. We have, for example, interdisciplinary connections. We have critical thinking skills. I said it last time. Teaching science related literature, that is also very important. I think that we can say it in one more easier way, like I would say storytelling, but in scientific view, and you can address them with misinformations also, and you can enhance communication skills. If they're working in group, you can lead them through research phases, and also in English, of course, or in German, or it's not important in any other language. You can also support STEM integration in your teaching. And the most important thing for English teachers, you can prepare your students for the real world, because everything what you have and every literature that you have is mainly on English language. So I think that you have scientific literacy incorporated in every aspect of our education. I think that this is a good answer. I hope that it is.
Absolutely brilliant answer, Maria. I was just thinking all types of literacy are intertwined. Thank you so much for answering this question for my friend Zoom.
Thank you.
Matilda, I believe your presentation is here.
Yes.
And I will add it onto the stage now.
I saw my, this is not my presentation. This is presentation of my students.
Okay.
And my students is making this presentation with our alphabet, Cyrillic alphabet. I will talk on English, but I think I will change the slides and you can see some things on our alphabet. Cyrillic alphabet and Macedonian language also, and you can see the pictures of the main and the basic things that they do for us, for Slavic people, the Cyril and Methody. I will start now. Slavic literacy is a basic civilization value of the Slavic peoples, and the Old Slavic language is a basic means of spreading culture among the Slavic peoples. In their old homeland, the Slavs did not have a letter, and as Crnorizec Hrabar says in the work O Literacy about letters, O Pismenah is the name of this book, they read and divined with dashes and letters. When they came to the Balkans and were baptized, they wrote Slavic words in Roman and Greek letters without rules. With such a script, it was not possible to write many Slavic words correctly. In the Greek alphabet, there were no letters for many Slavic sounds. Then, St. Constantine, the philosopher, called Cyril, a righteous and truthful man, created for them 38 letters, some according to the Greek letters, others according to the Slavic language. Here's how it's happened. In 8062, the great Moravian Prince Rostislav, wanting to protect Great Moravia from German political and cultural slavery, sent a letter to the Byzantine Emperor Michael III, offering him a military alliance. At the same time, he requested that learned people be sent to him who would be able to spread education and culture in the Slavic language in Moravia. The Byzantine Emperor, Michael III, accepted the proposal because he benefited from it. A country from the Western sphere of influence offered itself to fall under the influence of Byzantium. That is why he called to him the two learned brothers, Cyril and Methodius, and entrusted them with the mission in Great Moravia. It consisted in the translation of Christian liturgical books from Greek into the Slavic language, with a script that they had yet to compose. Then, thus prepared, they had to convert the Moravian Slavs to Christianity in Moravia. Cyril, in a short time, created an alphabet of 38 letters, the Glagolitic alphabet. With her...
Excuse me, Matilda. So sorry for interrupting you.
Yes.
We are still looking at slide number 1.
Yes, I will try to. This
Okay.
is I already told about that, and now I'm in the part of Glagolian. This is a
Okay.
Glagolian.
Perfect.
letter.
Now we can see that you have moved on to slide number 7.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just wanted to bring it to your attention. Thank you, and so sorry for the interruption.
It's
Please
okay.
continue.
Yes. Cyril, in a short time, created an alphabet of 38 letters you can see on this post. The Glagolitic alphabet. With her, he and his brother Methodius translated the first church books from the Greek to Slavic, and in the spring of 8063, they left for Great Moravia. It has been established that Cyril created the Glagolitic alphabet based on the Greek cursive script, which was already in use in the 8th and 9th centuries. He borrowed the letters that were in the Greek alphabet, and for those sounds for which there were no letters in it, he invented new signs. But the Slavs used two alphabets at approximately the same time, Glagolitic and Cyrillic. Since the oldest monuments in Slavic script do not date back to the time when Saint lived and wrote, Cyril and Methodius, but even from the 10th and 11th centuries, there was a dispute and in science about which alphabet was the work of Cyril and Glagolitic or the Cyrillic that bears his name. Today, that question is cleared up. Glagolitic is an alphabet created by Cyril. It is older than Cyrillic. This is proven by the following facts. The oldest Slavic written monument, the Kiev Missal, which dates from the middle of the 10th century, is written in Glagolitic and has Moravism, Czech linguistic features, which suggests that it was written in Moravia, certainly by displays of Cyril and Methodius. The largest number of the oldest preserved Old Slavic monuments are written in Glagolic and have more archaic linguistic features than those monuments that are written in Cyrillic. They do not miss semi-vowel serifs, which is not the case with the Cyrillic monuments. The Glagolitic alphabet was in use in Moravia, in the Croatia regions, and in Macedonia, and the Cyrillic alphabet in eastern Bulgaria. During the time of Peter the Great, it underwent certain changes and spread among the Slavs in the Balkans through Russian church books, with some corrections and modifications. Also, the Cyrillic alphabet is still used today. Reasons for the creation of Slavic literature is two. One, political reasons. Second, religious reasons. Slavs were pagans who lived in tribal communities. During the contacts neighborhood with the powerful stages, Byzantine and the German kingdoms, there was a danger that the Slavs would melt. That is, to Germanize in the west and to Hellenize in the south. Prince Rostislav, the ruler of Great Moravia, the first Slavic state, first saw this danger. Therefore, he requested missionaries from Byzantines who would spread Christianity, but in the Slavic language. Byzantium, on the other hand, accepted it in the order to prevent the expansion of the Germanic states and to protect itself. The second reason, religious reason, in order to spread Christianity among the Slavs, it was easiest to do in their language because they did not know the then God-given languages, Greek, Latin, and Hebrew. the goal of Cyril and Methodius was to spread Christianity, standing up for the Pope to officials recognize the Slavic language. Standing up for the faith, Cyril succeeds with his power as an orator and philosopher to convince the Pope of this. Thus, in 869, the Slavic language became equal to Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, and could be used in worship. This is some kind of a story, but it's real. Think about the Slavic literacy. It's too much. I want to say too much, but I think that is most important for this, for Slavic literature, is that that Cyril succeeded with his power, with an orator and philosopher, to convince the Pope in which time that before the Slavic language became equal to Latin, Greek, and Hebrew. That means our Slavic language, because we have 3 Slavic groups and we spread in not only in Balkan, even in the world, we also say that Slavic language is most important, like Latin, Greek, and Hebrew in that time. And nowadays, we can say that in Balkans, we know each other about the Slavic literacy, about the Slavic language we spoke. Thank you very much. I think that is a very interesting that my child from the school, my children from school, my pupil, want to say something about that. The Cyrillic letters is most known, and there is a 6th natural Slavic languages: Belarus, Bulgarian, Macedonian, Russian, Serbian, Ukrainian, and Macedonian language. That is very interesting that we split in all different categories of group of Slavic languages, but in South Slavic languages, that we speak Slavic languages is Croatian, is Macedonia, Bulgaria, Serbia, Montenegro, and Bosnia and Slovenia. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Matilda, for your insightful presentation on the topic of Slavic literacy. This was a new topic for most of us, I would say. Can our dear attendees give some support and show some support to our guest presenter, Ms. Matilda, with your comments? You've got greetings from Morocco.
Thank you, Buyer. Thank you, Buyer.
Okay, thank you so much. Our next speaker for today, some more financial literacy is ahead. My dear colleague Sanja Zrilic will continue and will remind us of some important aspects of financial literacy. Sanja, the floor is all yours. Do you have a presentation to share?
Thank you, Jelena. Yes, I have. I will try to share.
In the meantime, the comment, teachers can help students develop a deeper and broader understanding of the world around them and foster their curiosity and critical thinking skills. Thank you so much, Matilda, for your insightful presentation on Slavic literacy. Sanya, how is it going, Sanya?
Just a second.
Hmm?
Do you see my screen?
Just a moment. I have to add you to the stage. Yes, we can see your screen. If you can put it in the presentation mode, that would be better for us.
Now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Sanya. I'm muting myself now.
Thank you, Jelena. My topic also is financial literacy, as my colleague and friend Vedrana. So she already said definition of financial literacy. I will say just this only once. This is the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal, financial management, budgeting, and investing. The term financial literacy refers to a variety of important financial skills and concepts. People who are financially literate are generally less vulnerable to financial fraud. A strong foundation of financial literacy can help support various life goals, such as saving for education or retirement, using debt responsibly, and running a business. Key aspects to financial literacy include knowing how to create a budget, a plan for retirement, manage debt, and track personal spending. How can we obtain financial literacy? It can be obtained through reading books, listening to podcasts, subscribing to financial content, or talking to some financial professionals. So, as I work at business school, secondary school, I am trying every year to obtain financial literacy. So, about this topic, I talked last autumn, last spring, when we celebrated Global Money Week. Today I will be brief. I will just remind you of the activities I have conducted with my students. So I took them to Vukovar City Museum. We had a workshop and visit. It was educational workshop, history of development of money in local area. These are my students. These are students of 4th grade, and we all visited the City Museum of Vukovar, where they looked at numismatic collection in the museum and participated in a lecture on historical development of money in these areas. It's a fine way to foster financial literacy. Then we have some workshop with HANFA. HANFA is Croatian Financial Service Supervision Agency. They created a standardized program of educational activities suitable for different target groups. This was a workshop of creating personal budget for my students. The topic of the education and workshop was in order to make students aware of the importance of managing personal finances as a basis for financial literacy. HANFA speak to students about a budget rule. It is called the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. It is one of the most common percentage-based rule. The idea is to divide income into 3 categories: spending 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% on savings every month. So, as I said, this rule is to split your after-tax income into three categories. Then I have done with my students video on the topic Protect Your Money. These were fourth grade students also. They recorded a video. The video work made young people aware of fraud in these financial markets. The development of financial markets and digitalization bring numerous benefits, but also lead to an increase in potential risks for consumers. This student's video answered the basic question: what are financial frauds? What are the basic or most common forms of financial fraud? What are telltale signs of fraud? Who to contact in case of doubt, or if you are a victim of financial fraud. I will try to show you this video. Can you see my video?
Not yet, Sanya. We can't see it. We can hear it, but we can't see it.
Okay, just a second. How? Do you see now, Jelena?
Oh, no, no.
No.
We only see the stage now. Let me just add it to the stage now. Yes, we can see it now, Sanya. It's YouTube video.
Okay, I will try to present you. Do you hear the sound? Jelena, can you hear
Nothing
me?
yet. No, it's not moving. It's not playing. Sanya, we can see your screen. We see that YouTube video is on. If maybe you try to press the play button.
Yes, I'm pressing.
You have, but it's not moving.
Okay, then I will put it in the chat so you can see if you're interesting. And this one, do you see this worksheet?
We can't see any slides changing now, Sanya. Nothing is happening.
Okay, just a second. I will try it once again. Now?
Just a second. I'll add to stage. Yes, we can see capital.
Yes, it's a worksheet for my students.
Worksheet, right? We can see it now.
Okay. It's about capital. It goals financial literacy also. It is in my curriculum, but if you're interested, I can share link for this hyperdoc. It's created in a Google document. I tried to make it as colorful and interesting as possible. It's intended to repeat this teaching unit called Capital. It's rich in illustrations and links that guide students to specific content. These blue letters are many PPT presentations, YouTube videos, as you can see, and other tools for quizzes and tasks. It's created in digital tools. In this center of document, this yellow part is the task for students. What students should do? First of all, they have to make a copy of this document, complete all the fields around, and color them with this icon. Complete all the fields and solve the given task, and of course, have fun doing it. In this teaching unit, we obtained financial literacy. And the students learned about the concept and forms of capital, about its investment, about shares. These are shares, and about realization of profit here, the possibility of loss, of course, and about the obligation of profit tax here in this field. So, just a second. I will conclude this my topic and this presentation with words about money. These are some quotes about money. It's very popular, and I choose some of them. For example, investing should be more like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. Thank you, Jelena. And this would be all from me.
Thank you so much, Sanja, for sharing your knowledge with all of us here on the topic of financial literacy. Here are some of the comments that you have received from our attendees. Here is our founder's Dr. Uche's comment. Thank you, Sanja, for sharing your insight and activities on financial literacy. We are all so proud of you. Yes, we are. Okay. Amazing work with your students. Thank you for teaching, inspiring, and motivating. Okay. Do the attendees have any questions for our speaker, Sanja, on the topic of financial literacy? If not, my colleague Ivana had to leave, unfortunately, which would mean that I am the last speaker with the topic of media literacy. So allow me to share my screen and my slides. Just a second, where is my presentation? I will share my presentation now, hopefully, if my laptop doesn't freeze. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So this is me. My name is Jelena Kovacevic. I have been hosting this webinar for you today. And as I said earlier, I will be talking about the topic of media literacy today. Now, in the time of fake news, YouTubers and influencers, media literacy is more important than ever, not only for children, but also for the parents, for the teachers, for all the educators, for journalists. It is very important to be media literate. These are some of this information is from UNICEF, and this is some information about the situation in Croatia. Children here watch television without adult supervision for up to 10 hours per week, while children and young people spend an average of 5 hours per day on the internet. If they are not mentally, emotionally equipped to handle what they are watching, it is a problem. So I'm not going to read this information for you, as you can read it yourself, but I will continue with my presentation. So media literacy, actually examples of media literacy include the ability to identify scholarly from non-scholarly sources, to critique authors' motivations, and to understand if there are any logical delusions used by media sources to develop falsifiable arguments. To be more media literate, you can give your students, or you can employ yourselves, the so-called CRAP framework, which I have mentioned earlier today in our quiz. And here are some examples which I will outline further on. So media literacy refers to the ability to approach media sources with a critical and discerning eye. And the CRAP framework is a system for critiquing media. It provides 5 broad terms of media critique. I'll break down these 5 broad medias into examples of media literacy, questions that you can use with your students to critique or to question media texts. Examples of how you can check, what you can do to check if a piece of writing or a media source is reliable or not. So CRAP framework here stands for credibility, or some authors have named it a currency, reliability or relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. So let us dive a little bit more into the topic. This test was developed by Sarah Blakesley and her team of librarians at California State University, and it is mainly used by higher education librarians at universities. Here is CRAP framework in short, in a nutshell, but my next slide will give you some more detail and the questions for checking these literacy questions mentioned earlier. So you have to check in the currency section whether the work is current, meaning recently written or recently updated, or whether it is even important or not. Because at times you want to use old texts, I don't know, old philosophical texts, or let's say cite the Bible. So universities tend to prefer students citing texts which are, let's say, less than 10 years old. If the source is old, you need to check whether the information has changed or not. There are some topics which are old, so-called evergreen, but are always relevant. Remember that the newness of the source does not tell everything. So it may be new, but it can also just as well be inaccurate. Then relevance is another question. Here are some questions that you can ask here. A text may be good, but it may be totally irrelevant. You may not need be the intended audience, or the text may be used out of context simply. So a source may be discussing the topic that you are interested in, but let's say it can be targeted at children or at a subsection of population. So the information might not directly be relevant to you or to your line of studies. Also, something that appears relevant may be out of context. So you need to be aware of that as well. For example, a statistic about, I don't know, divorce rates may appear relevant for your research, but then you may realize that it is about divorce rates in, I don't know, Brazil, and you are writing, and you live in Croatia, for instance. Authority is the next step, is the next, let's say, area where you can critique media. If an author is an expert on a certain topic, the content may be more trustworthy. So checking the author's credentials and his expertise is of the utmost importance here. Also, a person may be an authority on the topic, but let's say he may have, I don't know, PhD in education, but he does not have any business to talk about chemistry, for instance. Authority is also established by quality and respected publishers. If you are on a news website with a clearly posted editorial policy, it may be more authoritative than somebody's blog, for example. Also, a piece of advice, let's say universities with .edu or .edu domain will be more respected publishers than most .com websites. Also, on the topic of authority, peer review occurs when another respectable source reads, reviews, and fact checks the content. And this also helps to ensure high quality. Okay. In terms of accuracy, use your analytical skills, your critical thinking skills, and fact-checking to discern if the content is accurate. How can you do that? You can check the reference list. Citations or sources help readers to fact-check the accuracy of content. If the sources that you cite are trustworthy, if they are respected primary sources, your authentic texts, of course, your references will be more reliable. You need to be aware of the author's biases. Media because there are many types of biases. Some authors can be culturally or politically biased, and sometimes authors tend to kind of cherry pick the data to support the views that they want to support. So keep an eye on the sources used and check their bias as well. Sometimes we also have biases, so we have to reflect on our own biases as well. What else can I say? Of course, we are teachers. We need to check for spelling and grammar. Many librarians will recommend checking a source's spelling and grammar with the assumption that poor spelling and grammar is a sign of low quality content. So you need to be careful not to kind of fall into this delusion that spelling and grammar may be bad, but the content is good. So be aware of that. In terms of accuracy, so check more sources than one. And we come to the last point to check, and that is the purpose, the reason that the information exists. What is the author's purpose? Why did he give us, offer this piece of information? Is it to persuade? Is it to inform us? So be particularly aware of that, because there are sometimes persuasive texts and they are not, let's say, representing the full story. Also check for commercial intent. If a source is trying to sell a product or service, it may have financial bias again. Check for entertainment purposes. So sometimes maybe they are not as truthful as they should be, because they want to engage, I don't know, in hyperbole or exaggerate something, be sarcastic just to prove their point or to entertain the audience. If the article or video is also sponsored, it may be less likely to be critical of the sponsor, which may lower the source's authority. Okay, here are some more questions. I haven't quite read them all, but I thought you would be able to read them yourself. I was trying to develop them. And now I would like to present some examples from my classroom. This year, this springtime in April, actually, we celebrated media literacy. Which was organized by Agency for Electronic Media and the UNICEF Office for Croatia. And the main goal of the project was to raise awareness of the importance of media literacy and critical thinking. So my colleague and I, just a second, that will be the other slide. So my colleague and I actually had a workshop, a lecture and a workshop for users of Association for Children and Parents with Various Disabilities and Challenges. And at the workshop, we read certain news pieces to them, and they had to recognize the intruder among the news. They had to spot misinformation based on what you can see on the screen right now, and that is the IFLA, or International Federation of Library Association and Institutions guidelines on how to recognize fake news. Also, they were asked to create their own infographics with their own symbols. And you can see them and also their work here on the slide. Then I'll go back and tell you about what I did in the classroom. My third grade class students were introduced to the term of fake news, real news and fake news, types of mass media. We worked on vocabulary and played a quiz. And after that, they discussed the use of media for the purpose of information, learning, and entertainment. And then students created a display of fictional and true news using online newspaper and TV news generators that I have put the links to. And as a part of the e-twinning breaking news project, they actually created a joint ebook in which they shared, just a minute, let me just show you some of their real and fake news that they created using these generators. I put several examples on the slides here for you. So this is my students' work, which proves and which shows how careful we need to be when discerning what is real and what is fake. Then students created a joint ebook. I hope I will be able to open the link. Oops, no, why not? I will try to, I will try to copy it and open it. Just a second. Can you see it? Can you see breaking news, the little e-twinning journalists?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Perfect. Okay. So this is the booklet that they created with their opinions and also pieces of advice on how to check fake news, how to recognize it. How to distinguish disinformation, misinformation, real news. So some pieces of advice given here by my students within the mentioned e-twinning project. Okay, and also at the beginning of this joint ebook, there is this video which I would like us to watch together at the beginning, at the end of my today's presentation, just to show you something totally relevant to my today's presentation. Hope you'll be able to hear it as well. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
On social media,
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Okay, so here we can see how important it is, how important critical thinking and in media and information literacy is. And the mission of us teachers and educators is to educate and to advocate its importance. The more we crowdsource our wisdom, the wiser the world becomes. I thank you for your attention. I hope I did not bore you with my presentation. I would kindly like you to complete my evaluation form, as positive feedback is something that teachers in Croatia need in order for their presentation to be acknowledged. Thank you so much for your attention. I will put the link in the chat, in the comments section as well. You can either type it, it's med-lit-ev, or you can scan the QR code, and I will stop sharing my screen now. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing your insights. Thank you for listening to what we have to say. Kindly evaluate my presentation and the presentation of my colleagues. Dr. Uche, would you like to end this webinar? Maybe you are not audible or not in a... Okay, some people are asking, yes, Dr. Uche, are you with us?
Oh, yeah, can you hear me? I'm audible now?
You are audible, you are breaking up, but we can hear you a bit, yes.
I'm so sorry, my network is not, oh my God, it's not helping matters, but I don't know if you can hear me. I'm so super excited. Uche is here and happy International Literacy Day. It has been an amazing presentation, different topics. I really would like to congratulate all our amazing speakers for today and our guest speakers as well. In fact, I'm just wishing everyone happy Literacy Day. And today's topics from various from our distinguished speakers is really amazing, from financial literacy, which is very, very important to us as an individual, as educators, teachers, even students, everyone. Financial literacy is very, very important, and of course, to technology, literacy, all the types of various literacy that they shared here today, even they're all amazing. And thank you so much. When it comes to media literacy, it's very, very important. You share with us the do's and don'ts, you know, or when it comes to media literacy and the fake news, the real news, that we should be at least verify them, make sure that the sources is genuine. In fact, it has been an amazing. I don't want to. You see, I've started freezing. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for viewers those that are tuning today. Please, I urge you to click on all these evaluation form. Please evaluate the performance of our speakers. They really did an amazing job today. And what really amazed me is their student activities that really shows that doing a great job. Please, let's give it up. A wonderful applause to all our presenters today, all the speakers from Georgia and from Croatian team. And I'm very thankful and be part of this celebration, and also they share what they shared here today. They're very insightful, informative as regards to different types of media. I mean, not just media, all the literacy is very important. So I don't know, I'm the only one going home with takeaways, because my basket of takeaways that are already filled up. I'm so super excited, and we have a wonderful comment from our viewers. As you can see, please could you go through that? I've started freezing up. I don't know if you can still hear me. And I would like to thank everyone, all the educators also that tune in today. You're going to get your certificate by filling this feedback form. Please, first of all, you are to evaluate our speakers. The evaluation form has already been shared on the comments. Please try to do that, okay? And I urge you to, as well as rate our performance generally. You can get that. You can rate our performance or general speakers' performance as the 2DSA. Going on our page, when you get to our page, click on rating. You can recommend our page as well for doing a great job. And happy International Literacy Day to everyone. If you're still hearing my voice, sorry, I've started freezing up, and I would like to give a very thank you, or say a big thank you to our guest speaker today, Her Excellency Professor Matrida from North Macedonia. Thank you for joining us today, and good to have you here today. It's really amazing. Thank you for having shared about languages, different languages. It's really amazing. That's why we're always here to learn with and from each other. I'm so impressed by the work of your students, the presentation you shared, prepared by your students. Really amazing. Keep up the good work you're doing, and continue inspiring and empowering your diverse learners. We are so proud of you. Okay, I'm going to share the feedback form will be shared in a short while. Please tell us how you feel about today's webinar. Please drop on the comment section or your insight. There's a lot of viewers or audience that contributed as well. Thank you so much for your contribution and engaging us throughout this session. We will be wrapping it. Oh, please, I'm going back. I don't think I'm freezing up now. Please, can you still hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you, Dr. Uche.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, please, all you need to do is click on this form. It has been shared. I believe you've seen it. Thank you, everyone, tuning in from different countries, from different continents. We are all here today to learn with and from each other, and make sure that all the do's and don'ts that you learn from here, please make sure you're going on with that, and always be in check. Please mind how you spend. It's very, very important as teachers, as just like our speakers have already said. Don't be spending more than you earn in a month. You just have to be putting down or writing down your expenses, and it should not go beyond what you earn at the month. Wow. Those that just spend unnecessary spending is uncalled for. Time has come for us to shun that act, which is not good for building and saving for the future. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand over the stage and mic to my co-host today. Sorry, I'm having some technical glitches. My network is not that strong, but I think you've heard my voice. I'm so happy, and happy International Literacy Day. Join us next week for another episode of Sharing is Caring, and a walkthrough EdTech tools. It's going to be a massive and explosive event. Please tune in. It's going to be amazing. Join us same time and next week for the. Please let me not forget, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do that to be notified of our upcoming event, and like and follow our Facebook page. You are supporting us by doing that, and you will be notified of our upcoming event or any post that is very useful to everyone. I'm so grateful for my co-host and the president and project director, Croatian team, and the deputy director, and all the team members, executive team members. Thank you for your maximum support. I'm so happy that we are all in this together, and of course, together we can achieve more. So, and with this, I will say, do have a wonderful weekend. Today is Friday. Wow, thank God today is Friday. And do what I wouldn't do. Have fun, and do not think less of yourself. Always be positive. And I must tell you that do not allow whatever challenges you're going through get in the way of your happiness. Always smile away your sorrows, smile away your challenges, and just be you. And don't forget to make sure you smile, be positive, just like I said before, and be yourself. Don't just be who you are not. Always be who you are. And may you be strengthened and empowered to continue in this, our noble profession. It's really amazing. You are transformer, you are building the nation, you are building a sustainable ecosystem of life along learning and best practices. Thank you so much for your attention, and for being here today. Is really amazing. Thank you for your wonderful contributions, and you are blessed. Do have a very wonderful day. I don't know if our guest speaker, if she has something to say as a parting shot. If she doesn't, or if anyone doesn't have anything, that means we're going to draw the curtain of today's International Day webinar to an end. Oh, some people are still I don't know if you didn't go through the comments. I don't know, because you are the one, you didn't want to go through what the comments from our audience. They really commended you during your when you were presenting, and your student that really did an amazing job in that winning project. I'm so proud of you, and congratulations for your great attainment. In fact, you have attained to a greater height. I'm tapping from your grace. This is how it should be. Yes, before I forget, I want to use this opportunity to wish all the main experts for 2024 cohorts. Congratulations to you all. You are paving way for your students. When it comes to the teaching and learning environments, you are doing an amazing job. Keep inspiring, keep empowering your diverse learners, and we are so proud of you. We are so proud of what you have achieved. It's really a milestone that you have achieved, added to the collections of your achievement. Congratulations once again. And I don't know if you still have any other things to say. If not, we are going to draw the curtain to an end. People are still, that has already been shared. Okay, I'm going to do that again.
Dr. Uche, I just want to thank you for pushing us to be better. as people, as educators. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, for being the organizer of such events, of such webinars, of such places and venues for exchanging the knowledge. I want to congratulate my colleagues, our guest speaker today, Professor Matilda from North Macedonia. And I wish everybody a good evening. In Croatia, it's nearly 7 p.m. Friday evening. I wish a happy weekend to all of you. Stay positive, as Dr. Uche always teaches us. Stay positive, be good to yourself, be good to others, do your best, and see you on some other event.
All right. Bye-bye. Do have a wonderful
Bye-bye.
weekend. Habla.